Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by a fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
I'll just share with you 10 very important concepts you have to keep in mind, especially if you are in the Middle East or UAE. Okay, now when you think about it, these principles that I'm sharing here can actually be taken in a universal sense, means any part of the world. However, I'm giving you from a perspective and experience of being in the UAE. Okay, anyway, listen to the 10 points and you let me know what do you think. See, the first one, nobody cares. What do I mean by that? You know, in any part of the world, people have their own headache, people have their own priorities, their own loans to pay, their own challenges to solve, their own issues, their own problems. They are busy with their own lives. And the last thing that they need is one other headache, and that is you. So when you approach anybody, remember this much: they don't give a fuck. They don't care. You don't matter to them. So the first thing which I want you to realize, when you go around telling people, oh, please help me, oh, I need help, or this is my problem, or life is on, nobody gives a fuck. Okay? Because nobody cares. If you're willing to give them some benefit, let's say you're a female, going to give them sex. You're a guy, you're going to give them money. Or vice versa, even a guy, okay, he's gay, he wants sex. Or you're a female from a rich family, you're giving him some money, or importance, or an opportunity, or some benefit. Then they will like to deal with you. Then they'll be extra sweet. Others, when you're in need, bye-bye. They will show you their greed. Second one, there's this general tendency and fascination of people to know how much can you earn or how much money can you make. Now that is true in a way. When you go for a job, what is your salary? You have to focus on more income. When you're doing a business deal, you know, you ask for a bigger price. Okay. However, let me tell you, the question should be not how much money can you make or how much salary can you earn. Rather, how much can you save? See, when I compare my life to Dubai versus here, I can tell you in Dubai, I was making much more money, more opportunities, more chances to network and mint money. And here in Samui, okay, you can say that I don't have chances to do conferences, seminars, events, okay. I can't MC for shows, I can't network with business, corporates, okay. But guess what? I'm able to save so much more. It makes it worth here. Obviously, there are no distractions, there are lesser people to mix and no time commuting and all that. So I save much more. So the question you should be asking yourself is, how much can I save, not how much can I earn? Okay. So it's obviously income minus expenses. So focus on how much you can save every day, every week, every month. That is an important question. Number 3, always keep in mind in any, especially this is applicable I think in the Middle East, whatever salary you agree upon will always be fixed, and a company can give you a reason or excuse to lower it. However, work will never be fixed or lower. Work will always increase. Responsibilities will always increase. The time spent in the office will always increase. And this is one of the major loopholes companies in the Middle East use. They will tell you 8 hours of work or 10 hours of work or 12 or whatever. When you finish work, you can go home. The fact of the matter is work will never finish. Projects will always be there. Work will always be there. And there is no office in this world who will tell you 8 hours and you go home. If you go sharp on time, everyone will be like, this guy's a bum, doesn't want to work hard. The ones who sit in the office and show their asses, they are looked upon as so hardworking. Oh, he's the boss's pet, and you'll be looked upon as an enemy. Even if you don't take breaks and waste time, they want you to sit in the office. Okay, so point number 3 is salary remains the same. Work, responsibility, and effort will always increase. And sadly, in the Middle East, salary can even decrease without any notice. They'll say recession, market down, non-payment, but your work remains the same. Point number 4. In the Middle East, and this is also globally, I have realized it's not what you know. You can know engineering, you can know sales techniques, you can know the product, you can have specialized knowledge, but it's not what you know, it's who you know. That is where this concept, Vasta, contacts and connections. The more contacts you have, the more connections you have. Now, here's one caveat. Just because you have 5,000 people's numbers in your phone, 5,000 friends on Facebook, 5,000 friends on LinkedIn, and 5,000 on Instagram, doesn't make, oh, I have 20,000 contacts. They are just namesake. Remember, the person should like you, and the person should see some benefit in helping you. Others, they'll give a fuck. They'll not care a damn. So it's not what you know. You can be the best in engineering, science, sales, whatever. It's who you know that ultimately does the work. That is, how do you think I was able to survive and sustain in UAE? It's not what I knew. I hardly knew anything. It's who I knew that worked. So improve on your social skills, emotional intelligence. This will help a lot. Number 5. I think this is in today's internet and information and social media age, this is a thing very hard to do. People assume that they are smart and they assume others are dumb. If you work like that, you'll always be dumb. Whenever I deal with people, I always assume that guy is smarter than me, more intelligent than me, richer than me, I have something to learn from him. So that puts me at my A game. It's like a chess game. Don't assume that the person you're talking to is dumb or is equal to you. Always look on that person as he's better than me, smarter than me, richer than me, more influential. And that is how you will survive. And you play like the art of war. You let your enemy think he's better than you, even if you are. So he always assumes, he's up there. So he puts his guard down, and that will help you. Number 6. This again is very common in the Middle East, not outside so much. Don't stay in a company for more than your contract duration. Now, I know this is easier said than done. Let's say you have a contract in a company for 2 years. People generally after 2 years, they renew it for another 2 years, or 3 years, they renew it for another 3 years. And they keep doing this. Well, one side it offers job security, but on the other side, you end up with the same salary for the rest of your life with increased responsibility, increased accountability, increased pressure. Because obviously you've been in the company for so long. And this can work against you. I've known people who have been 30 years in the same company and hardly 5% or 10% salary increase. It's not going to help you. Focus on, challenge yourself, get out of the comfort zone. Before the contract expires 6 months, start applying aggressively. Improve your profile, take professional help, become a new version of yourself and go out there and forcefully try to get another better job. It may not be the best idea, but it'll definitely keep you sharp and make you a much better individual. Number 7, this is universal. always work with a sense of urgency. Don't think, it's okay, there is time, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, relax, it's not. Work as if, shit, if I don't do this, I'm going to be in trouble. Everything, finish fast, 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 fast. Laziness, procrastination, taking things for granted. It's always a big mess up, you know. So work with a sense of urgency. When I deal with a client, I want to finish it fast. When I, let's say, I'll give you a small example. Like my wife, she has a habit of, if the garbage is there, she'll just leave it outside the house and, just keep it there. I tell her, if you're going to take it out, might as well just dump it and, in the garbage area and come back. No, I'll do it later. I made it a policy, we do it now. However, the only challenge we are facing right now is they made this timing that you can only come in the evening. So, and I'll tell you, you'll be very surprised to know, if you procrastinate one day, and by the time you come back, you would have assumed it was one day, but it actually turns out to be 4-5 days. This you will realize if you write a everyday diary, or every day you journal your expenses or whatever. Just mark my words. You'll assume that you forgot one day, or you procrastinated one day, but then when you check the dates, you'll be like, shit, I didn't do it 3-4 days. It's a very shocking thing, huh? Try, and you'll realize what I'm saying is true. So a sense of urgency, point number 7. Point number 8. See, there are two things. When you work in a company, you're working on the job, okay? You're working on the company's brand. You're doing what your boss says. You're doing what your colleagues want. You're doing what the client wants. But here's the problem. If tomorrow they throw you out, or you resign, or the company shuts down and you're looking for another job, all the effort, all the work, everything that you put goes down the drain. So that is why I tell people, work hard on your job, but work harder on yourself. If you work harder on yourself, your brand value grows, your importance grows, you get noticed, and that is why even your company values you much more. So work hard on your job, but work harder on the brand. And if you'd like to know more about how you can do that, you can comment down below. We'll make a separate video, because that in itself has a couple of strategies and techniques. Okay, so work hard on yourself, work hard on the work, but work harder on yourself. Point number 9, if you can't measure it, then it's pointless. For example, let's say, to make you understand, let's say I tell you, I worked hard. Can you measure it? I can say I worked hard. Another person can say I worked harder. How do you know? Let's say another person says, I dedicated my life to you, or I'll dedicate my life to you. How do you measure that? Oh, I have a lot of faith. I have more faith, lot of faith, less faith. Okay. However, if you can measure something, then there is a way to know whether you can do more, less, or same. Let's say, for example, I tell you I'm going for a walk. I'm just going for a walk, brisk walk. You can't measure that. But if you say, I'll go out for 15 minutes with my heart rate at 80%, okay, at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Now here you can measure all the numbers. The time, the effort, 80% heart rate, even the distance, 2 kilometers, 1 kilometer. And then every day you can compare. Do I maintain the same? Do I make it less? Even in the gym, if you just go to lift something, you don't know what you're doing. But if you measure how many repetitions, if you know how much weight, if you know how much rest between sets, that is where you can measure progress. And that is important if you want to grow in life. Okay, otherwise you live with the illusion that you're doing something. I'll just read a book. Read what? Half page, one sentence, one para. So always remember, if you can't measure, you can't quantify, then it's no point. So it's all in the numbers. And point number 10, I know people can say this about life, but life in UAE specifically is temporary. People generally, when they are living in UAE, they think it's forever. They are under this illusion, I will live in UAE forever, no matter what. Now, are there people who are still living in UAE even though they're 60, 70, 80? 100%. There are many people, even me. Today I'm in Thailand. I would like to live here forever, but the reality is you will stay as long as you're useful to the country. Okay, what do I mean by that? If I'm not a citizen, they'll throw me out. So, what do? Need to have money, need to have savings, need to show. If they say, okay, you put this much in the bank and show me, then I'll allow you to stay in the country. Only then I can sustain and survive. If they say that you need to pay this much every month, if I'm not able to pay that, then I'm in trouble, right? So the main point which I'm trying to tell you here is, keep in mind, if you want to stay forever anywhere, whether it is someone's house, whether it is with someone, or whether it's a country, you need to be financially very well off. Otherwise, your stay anywhere, in a company, in a relationship, in a country, is always temporary. Because the day your usefulness is out of the window, the day you become a liability and you need other people but people don't need you, your days are numbered. So anyway, these are 10 pieces of nuggets that I want to give you. Okay, whether it's life in UAE or life anywhere in the world, I believe these 10 pieces of wisdom will definitely help you. If you'd like to know another 10, comment down below. Who knows, I'll make another video. Alright, you guys take care. This is me signing off.